Good morning, good morning, good morning. I know this is unexpected, but I gotta tell you, I gotta tell you, I gotta tell you. Let me see. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
In connection with the deadly shooting of a 25-year-old woman.
It happened this morning on Schaefer near West McNichols. Pamela Osborne joins us live now. Pam, you spoke with family members who are obviously devastated.
Yes, her name was DENISE Holloway. Her family says she was so full of life. She just celebrated her 25th birthday, and now they're trying to.
Now, I gotta say, thank you for joining me. I appreciate that. I really do. But this won't take long, you guys. When I heard this story, it touched my heart because everybody belongs to somebody. That's facts. Everybody belonged to somebody. And it touched my heart because this young lady lost her life at the age of 25. Those that ride with me knows how that touched me because you know what? I lost a child too at that age. But that's here or there. As I listened to this story, and I wasn't going to touch it, but I gotta say, I'm going to touch bases on this. We have a young lady, 25 years old, who lost her life on Detroit West Side. And it's been said that somebody walked up into her apartment and killed her. I'm under the impression 7 times she was shot. But I want you to hear this story because I want to add something to it. Just my opinion. Because when you read the comments under this story that's been broke by, let me see, Local 4 News, you will find it quite surprising. Listen to this.
For a suspect in connection with the deadly shooting of a 25-year-old woman.
It happened this morning on Schaefer near West McNichols. Pamela Osborne joins
This
us
was
live now.
yesterday's
Pam,
breaking
you
news.
spoke with family members who are obviously devastated.
Yes, her name was DENISE Holloway. Her family says she was so full of life. She just celebrated her 25th birthday, and now they're trying to figure out who would hurt her and why.
The hardest thing you have to swallow to hear that your niece that just turned 25 is gone. She don't have no life left.
DENISE Holloway was in her apartment this morning when a man walked in and took her life. Her mother, Chastity, had been in the other room when all of a sudden she heard gunshots.
Some senseless man came in her apartment and shot her 7 times. Like, what?
Did you hear that? Her mother. First of all, it is said that it's Denise's apartment. Her mother was in the other room. This is her mother's only daughter, baby daughter. And mom was in the other room. So as I continue to listen, and it's been said by the auntie that she was shot 7 times. Someone walked into the apartment, shot Denise 7 times. Not 7 times. And mom was in the room, unscathed, unharmed. And mom was there. And you would think because Auntie says that's mom's daughter, baby, only baby girl. So I'm saying to myself, do mom have other kids? Well, mom do have other kids. Mom has a son, a son. So if mom is there early morning in the bedroom, you have got to say to yourself, what really happened, right? So let's continue listening.
What is your problem?
Police are still searching for the shooter. Investigators say it happened in the apartments on the corner of Schaefer and Florence near McNichols at 9:30 this morning. We were there as detectives search for clues.
Good morning, Tashana. Good morning, June. Good morning, Celie. I hope I said your name right. Okay, so like, check it out. Let's just flow back now, right? So like, let's flow back. So, whew, you see, it takes my breath away because it's so touching to me. So like, let me give y'all my unvaluable opinion about this right quick as we go over this one more time because I promise you I won't hold you long. Listen.
This morning on Schaefer near West McNichols and Pamela Osborne, Georgia's live now found. They spoke with family members who were obviously devastated.
Yes, her name was Denisha Holloway. Her family says she was so full of life. She just celebrated her 25th birthday, and now they're trying
Just
to figure
celebrated
out who would hurt her and why.
The hardest thing you have to swallow to hear that your niece that just turned 25 is gone. She don't have no life left.
Denisha Holloway was in her apartment this morning when a man walked in and took her life. Her mother, Chastity, had been in the other room when all of a sudden she heard gunshots.
Some senseless man came in her apartment and shot her 7 times. Like, what?
See, that's the key point for me, and I'm going to make more key points, y'all. Some senseless man walked into the apartment, shot Denise 7 times. Mom was in the other room. But now I have got to say, mom has 2 kids. Mom has Denise and mom has a son, right? But at this current time, they only speaking on Denise being in her own apartment with her mom. Now it sounds to me like mom must live with Denise, right? hmm So like, where was the brother at? But let's keep listening.
What? What is your problem?
Police are still searching for the shooter. Investigators say it happened in the apartments on the corner of Schaefer and Florence near McNichols at 9:30
Yeah.
this morning. We were there as detectives search for clues, paying careful attention to a Jeep. Here's
A
what
Jeep.
people who loved Denisha wanted us to share about her. She was her mother's baby, her
Yes.
only daughter.
She did nails, she did eyelashes, she had some hair, she liked to have fun, just hang out. She was close to her brother. Pretty much, she was a people person.
She was close to her brother, right? Now she did hair, she did nails, and you got to pay attention. They were concerned about the vehicle, this gray truck that they were taking pictures of.
And she was just outgoing.
In their grief, they hope someone will come forward.
You come forward with any information to help find the guy who killed my niece. Because if this was your family, you would want closure on yours, so give closure to us. This woman has lost her only daughter, her baby daughter at that.
And we just checked in with police a few moments ago. Still no arrests in this case. There is no description of the shooter, but as you heard from that family there, if you do have any information about what happened here this morning, please give police a call. Reporting live.
Now here's the thing for me. It seemed as though if it's actually Denise's apartment, it seemed as though mom was living with her. Now there is a brother. And you got to say to yourself, well, if Denise is 25 and mom is at the house, How old is the brother and where is he? Right? Now, it touched me because not only of this young lady's age, but the situation itself. Why is it said that basically a stranger walked into the house? Now, you know it's not typical to have your front door or unlocked in an apartment. And you got to know who it is that's entering in your apartment. Now, if it was a total stranger, listen to me. If it was a total stranger that actually walked into that apartment, why is mom unscathed? Somebody had to know who he was. That's the part of the story that's not being told. And where is this son? Now that's a concern to me. It's it's got to be questionable to anyone that listens, because for your sister to be shot and mom is okay, what's really going on? I'm not there. I don't know these people, but I've seen so many situations somewhat like this at home. I have. I got it made me reflect back on a friend of mine. And you see how it just takes my voice away. A friend of mine. I saw it on the news. I actually was sitting down after braiding hair all day one day. And I cut on my news and I discovered when they said her name, Patricia Winters. And I said to myself, that's an odd name. That's my friend's name. Patricia Winters was gunned down in her home, and her mom was there. And I said to myself, what? So I instantly picked up the phone and I called my mama. Now, I'm lying to tell you, Patricia had a brother. And I called my mother and I said, Mama, Hattie's daughter been shot and she was killed. Now, Patricia was 9 months pregnant. I said, she been killed. I saw it on the news. So my mother told me, she said, no, you got it wrong. I said, no, I ain't got nothing wrong, Mama. I said, look, Patricia was shot and she in the hospital. So me, my mama, and my twin sister, we got to ride because we going to Hattie's house and see what really went on. And come to find out, Patricia only brother, Victor, had did some shit in the streets. And the gunman came to the house, demanding to see him. And he shot Patricia because Victor was not there. You understand what I'm saying? Now, as I sit here and I listen to this story, I said to myself, why is it that when crime happens to, I guess people do it to avoid drama? How is it as a mom that you're in the house and somebody walk in your house and shoot your baby 7 times? Do you know how long he stood there? At least a minute. At least a minute. And you in the bedroom after the first shot, after the second shot, after the third shot. I'm assuming mom was hiding. I'm assuming mom was hiding. But you gotta say to yourself, why did this happen? Why did this young lady lose her life at 25 years old? Mom in the other room, and they make it known to the public. It's a stranger. Listen to this.
It happened this morning on Schaefer near West
I, as I listen to this, I'm like, it's more to this story. Where's the brother? Is this a drug-related situation? Is this an ex-boyfriend? Speak the truth.
hardest thing you have to swallow to hear that your niece
It is hard to
that just turned
intake the
25
fact that you done lost a loved
have
one.
no life left.
Period.
Denisha Holloway was in her apartment this morning when a man walked in and took her life.
That's how they tell the
She was
story.
in the other room when all of a sudden she heard gunshots.
Some senseless man came in her apartment and shot her 7 times. Like, what is your problem?
Police are still searching for the shooter. Investigators say it happened in the apartments on the corner of Schaefer and Florence.
It's got to be someone. It must be someone they knew. Maybe a man or a stalker. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe drug retaliation.
She did nails, she did eyelashes, she had do some hair, she liked to have fun, just hang out. She was close to her brother.
You gotta say to yourself, why the door unlocked?
She was just outgoing.
In their grief,
Right.
will come forward.
Come forward.
You
Any information to help find the guy who killed my niece. Because if this was your family, you would want closure on yours. So give closure to us. This woman has lost her only daughter, her baby daughter, at that.
make that make sense.
And we just checked in with police a few moments ago. Still no arrests in this case. There is
You
no
got people out
restriction on the
here.
shooter, but as you heard
You
from
gotta
that
say to
there,
yourself,
if you do have
did
any
she know the
information
shooter?
about what happens here this morning,
The mama
please
is
give
too
police a
calm
call.
when you see the video, y'all. Somebody walks into your daughter's house where apparently you chill because mom was in the bedroom. And mom stays in this bedroom apparently because she's unscathed. She's unscathed. Did this girl have an ex-boyfriend? And they don't want to say his name. Was this a drug retaliation situation? I personally, it hit home for me. It hit home. I can't stress that enough. She had 2 kids, a boy and a girl. She's at the crib chilling with her daughter. Where is the brother? The news outlet is all out. They got the story. But where is the brother? Is this drug retaliation? Was they there to look for the brother? Did the girl make an angry ex lover upset? But what gave this person the right to twist the doorknob and walk in? Why was the door unlocked? Is this person close to the family? But whatever the situation is that they're hiding, because clearly they're hiding something. What what gave him the right to walk in and just shoot? And mom, who's telling a story, actually her sister, I'm assuming it's her sister because they do similar, look alike. She gives you the story. No one is shedding tears. Not that they have to, because on the day that I lost my son, I tried to be the bravest soldier around. I tried to be the bravest soldier around. But I'm here to tell you, somebody walking into a crib, the door is unlocked, this your only child, you in the bedroom, he stood there long enough to pull off 7 rounds, you come out unscathed, but yet you don't, and it's not offhand, off rip to even speculate that maybe this was drug related. Your son don't even come on camera to speak about it. And it touched me. I said, you know what? Let me come on up. Let me rest off my heart. Because I lost a close friend like that. Her brother was out here in these streets doing his thing. Their mother stayed with my friend Patricia. Mom stayed with Patricia. And because Victor was out here in these streets. That's just what it was. And the drug dealer came to Patricia house looking for Victor. Was seeing as how Victor in the streets, and Patricia said he wasn't near. The gunman unloaded on Patricia, and Mom Hattie was there to tell it. Okay, so Hattie told the news outlet, "My son out here on drugs," and I guess because they knocked and they said. Now Hattie let the people know. They knocked on the door and they asked Patricia about Victor, and she said he wasn't there, and then he let loose the bullets on my baby. Hattie tells her story, but then here I listen to this lady's story, and she's not crying, she's not putting it out there. She just simply saying that her baby was gunned down in another part of the apartment, and she's unscathed, but her daughter took 7 bullets. Why not just put it out there that this person is a total stranger, that he was looking for maybe perhaps my son, or my daughter was dating him and he seemed as though he was stalkerish? Why not just put the truth out? And see, and when people pick up stories and get to talk, don't, they have a tendency to don't speak on it. What you lying for? What's the purpose of protecting this whole story when you done lost a loved one? I don't get that. And I'm listening and I can't vibe with it. And I don't understand it. And that's why I came up. If y'all have not heard about it, sit down and listen to it. It makes no sense. 7 times gunned down in an apartment, and your mom is standing in the other room. She's close to the presence. She come out unscathed, and the story is he just walked in. You got to say to yourself, well, Mom, not that you need an excuse to be with your daughter, but Mom, why are you chilling in her apartment? Mom, I heard you had 2 kids. Where's your son? Mom, do you think this is drug related? Give it some feed into to receive that feedback, to find a closure to this story that's been told and twisted. You know what I'm saying? Because listening is the most valuable thing you got, is your ears. Seeing is the most valuable part of your body too, is seeing. Why we can't use our senses? What's wrong with us? Do you know if somebody walked up into my house, first of all, you're not going to walk up in there. You're going to have to knock on the door if you don't have a key, period. And you coming in with a gun and shoot my baby? I cannot imagine. It's more to this story than meets the eye. And I have got to say, could it be drug related? It's unreal to even try to comprehend such a story. Like, where they do that at? But they do it.
Who you are? We are from most planets area, and tell me, that's all revolving.
I'm just, it's just crazy to me. It's really just crazy to me. This man walked up to this woman's house on the west side of Detroit. Not a house, an apartment. Twisted the doorknob, unloaded on Miss Denise Holloway. 7 times. Her mother is there. They say it's It's a crazy story. You know, it's crazy to me. I'm listening to it, I'm reading the comments, and I'm saying to myself, where's the brother? Is he on drugs? Now these are the thoughts that cross my mind while listening to it. Is he on drugs? Is that why they're not saying nothing?
Right, Andrew, now to a developing story
Wha-
from Detroit to
How?
West Side, where the search continues tonight for a suspect in connection with the deadly shooting of a 25-year-old woman.
It happened this morning on Schaefer near West McNichols. Pamela Osborne joins us live now. Pam, you spoke with family members who are obviously devastated.
Yes, her name was DENISE Holloway. Her family says she was so full of life. She just celebrated her 25th birthday, and now they're trying to figure out who would hurt her.
I would say,
Hardest thing you have to swallow to hear that your niece that just turned 25 is gone. She don't have no life left.
DENISE Holloway was in her apartment this morning when a man walked in.
can
and
you
took her
imagine
life.
just
Her
walking
mother,
in?
Chastity, had been in the other room,
Hey,
and all of
boo-boo.
a sudden, she heard gunshots.
Some senseless man came in her apartment and shot her 7 times. Like,
Seven?
what is your problem?
Police are still searching for the shooter. Investigators say it happened in the apartments on the corner of Schaefer and Florence near McNichols at 9:30 this morning. We were there as detectives search for clues, paying careful.
9:30 in the morning. And you know what? Let me say that part again. Shout out to my baby. I told y'all this touched my soul, didn't I? Listen to this craziness. I done heard this, and I done heard this story over and over again. Like I told y'all, it touched my spirit. Listen to this. Y'all just heard me say 9:30, right? When is y'all have no idea. I lost my baby at that age, but I'm finna knock y'all off y'all feet. I don't care how many times I listen to this story. I just said 9:30. You ready for this? My son's birthday was September the 30th. Didn't I tell you it touched my spirit? I didn't know why. I just knew that it was the same age that I lost my child. And as you can hear my voice, it's shaking. I knew it touched my spirit. This is my at 9:30 in the morning. That rocks my spirit. That's the day that I gave birth to my son. And I lost my son at 25. I'm here to tell y'all. Something happened to my precious family, including you guys. It's going to shake my heart. It's going to shake my heart. Life is too precious for bullcrap. And you can hear it in my voice. I had no idea why I was rerunning and listening to this tape, where that connection was coming from. That's why I popped up just now. Because I didn't understand. Even though my friend's situation was very similar to that, even though I had questions about this story, was it drug related? I never now once until this very final moment realized the time that they actually was saying. I kept overlooking that. When they say 9:38 in the morning, that's my son's birthday, y'all.
Investigators say it happened in the apartments on the corner of Schaefer and Florence near McNichols at 9:30 this morning. We were there as detectives.
My son's
searching for
birthday.
clues, paying careful attention to a Jeep. Here's what the people who loved DENISE wanted us to share about her. She was her mother's baby, her only daughter.
She did nails, she did eyelashes, she did some hair, she liked to have fun. Just hang out. She was close to her brother.
If you don't do nothing else, send a prayer up for Miss Denise Holloway.
She was just outgoing.
In their grief, they hope someone will come forward.
Come forward with any information.
I
to help
pray
find
they come
the guy
forward.
who killed my niece. Because if this was is your family.
In the name of the Holy Lord, I pray they come forth. If he didn't want me to touch this story,
And we just checked in with police a few moments ago. Still no arrests.
it wouldn't have been a connection. You understand what I'm saying? 9:30 a.m. 9:30 a.m. My son's birthday was September the 30th. 25 years old. My son was 25 years old. My son's life was a mystery of how he passed. My son was the one that recommended that I do this to connect with people. When I tell you the spirit, that connection, I couldn't understand it. I just knew I had to come up and speak on it. I don't care what no one say. It's more to this story that meets the eye. Investigators need to start asking questions. Where is this son at? When these camera crew TV stations get to you to tell that story, go into detail. Give it all factual facts of what you know. You know what I'm saying? This crime has got to stop. It's something that's being hidden from the public. I don't know too many people that live in an apartment that keep their door unlocked. I don't know if I can stay in another room and see or hear my child is being gunned down with the ricochet of at least more than one bullet. The first time I hear pop, I'm coming out. You understand what I'm saying? I don't understand the logic of being in front of a camera and not giving the actual details. Hey, sis, look, check it out. I didn't get a chance to speak to you this morning. Good morning to you, sis. Look, I was listening to this story and it hit home so bad that I had to come up. Good morning, can't handle the truth. I was listening to this story, y'all, where it touched my heart. If you haven't heard about it, her name is Denise Holloway. She's on. She was from the Detroit West Side at an apartment complex. Somebody walked into her apartment, and the news outlet say it's her apartment, and mom was there. They don't say mom stay with her, but I'm under the impression at 9:30 in the morning, mom and her daughter is close, and she's there in that home. I didn't realize how this touched my spirit, my soul, how it had a connection to me to the point where I had to come up and speak on it. I heard about it, but I said to myself, no, my YouTube friends don't want to hear about that. This is my mind, my inner thoughts. My YouTube friends don't want to hear about that. I ain't gonna touch it. And I woke up this morning to that same, hi, Ride or Die. She says, happy Sunday to everyone. I said, Hattie was not crying at all. Right, but see, it made me think about Hattie's situation. Now, the reason it made me speak on it is because this young lady was in the crib with her mother when someone walked into the house and let off 7 bullets in her. But now, I kept overlooking the fact that it was 9:30 in the morning. Do you hear me, sis? It was, I'm going to say that part again. It was 9:30 in the morning. And I didn't realize that until while I was doing this video. You know what I'm saying? But it touched my spirit and my soul. You know what I'm saying? It was a connection there. So I had to come up and speak on it because I didn't understand it. And I wanted to make it, try to get some type of logic out of this whole situation because with mom being in the other room and somebody walking into the house through unlocked doors and shooting her daughter, her only daughter, her baby girl daughter, 7 times. And mom come out of this situation unscathed. And she let it be known that this this was just something that randomly happened. And I'm saying to myself, how do this just randomly happen? The girl don't know him. He knew his target. He came straight for her. You know what I'm saying? But as I listened, I learned that mom not only had her baby girl, but they spoke on the fact that she do have a son. So I'm saying to myself, where is he? Why is everybody out here speaking, but the son ain't speaking? Where is this guy? Is he underage? Where is this guy at? Because if the daughter 25, I know I'm under the impression the son got to be either slightly older, if not slightly younger. And then I'm saying to myself, is this retaliation? Is this a retaliation kind of situation? The reason they don't know who it was. But again, who just walks into a house and goes straight for the target? And was mom, and apparently, I gotta say it, I believe mom probably was hiding. Probably was hiding. Look, let me tell you something. If somebody coming in to shoot you 7 times, they're not just gonna twist your doorknob and just say boom, 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 boom. They're gonna twist your doorknob and they're gonna confront you. They're gonna confront you before they unload bullets. They're gonna confront. If you owe money, they're gonna say, "Where's the motherfucking money at, man?" They're gonna say that. If they're looking for somebody, where is he at? Where is he at? Before they unload. And it made me come up because of Patricia's story. There's a story of our friend, our childhood friend. Like for real. Our childhood friend from the 70s who grew up with her brother. And she also has a sister, but who grew up with her brother. And he was out here in these streets doing his thing as a young man. And when the drug dealer came looking for him, he went straight to Patricia's house where Patricia stayed with her baby sister, her mother, and her 3 kids. Do you hear me? And Patricia was pregnant. And when that drug dealer knocked on that door, he asked Patricia where was Victor. I can say their names because Patricia is no longer here and Victor is no longer here. But he asked Patricia where was Victor. And when Patricia told him Victor was not there, that gunman let loose on Patricia right at the door. You understand where I'm going with this? Hattie was fully aware that the gunman was looking for her son. That they didn't have to search for answers. Hattie gave them all the information they needed to know. But when I listened to this story of a stranger walking into this young lady's apartment where the door is unlocked, mom hiding in the bedroom, and that's how they're going to tell the story and leave it. But it's not going unnoticed that there's a son. This lady has a son. I said to myself, where is he at? Is he out here on drugs? Is this retaliation? Is that why they can't call out a name? And even if that's not the case, is it somebody she used to date? Is it a stalker? It's so many unanswered questions that I don't understand why the reporter didn't ask him. I don't understand how come this was not brought up. But even if they tried to keep it a secret, why? You got to say to yourself, why? Because it's got to be a reason for a stranger to walk up in the house. It's got to be a reason that only mom knows. Because typically, I don't care who you are, ain't no gunman going to actually approach you and shoot you without saying, I got a bullet for your ass. And I'm just being real with y'all. Like a gunman, unless she is the target, prayers for her. She is the target. But what was that gunman looking for? Because if mom don't know his name, you got to say to yourself, why would a stranger twist your doorknob, walk up in the house, and just shoot your baby? Is it an ex-lover? Is it just a stalker? Is it retaliation from actions of perhaps maybe your brother? I don't know where dad at, but mom was there with her. You got to say to yourself, Mom, did you live in this apartment with her? But all in all, it touched my spirit, it touched my soul to come up and release. Because I never in a million years realized the time that this took place. At 9:30 in the morning, my son's birthday, September the 30th, age 25. It's just something that rocked my spirit to say, look here, there's more to the story. And I'm going to be the one to say it. I don't care what nobody says. Start asking questions. Don't just leave us hanging. You can't find someone if you don't have the actual details. If it's a drug dealer we looking for, let us know we're looking for a drug dealer that seeks retaliation. If it's an ex-lover, stalker, let us know so we'll know what it is. Don't just come up and make it seem like it's just randomly happened because he just twists your doorknob. I don't know too many people that live in a house. Yeah, I got to get on that. Um, I don't know too many people that will randomly twist your doorknob and just walk up into your house and shoot your baby 7 times. To me, in my mind, the way I think, he had to say, "Where's such at?" And she said, "No, he let loose." Uh, if he was looking for anybody, he's got to say the name. If it's a lover, he got to yell out why he did it. Don't nobody just shoot you and walk away. He had to say something for mama to be in the bedroom like, oh shit, I'm going into hide. 7 bullets? Man. Look, y'all, peace, love, and happiness. This is Peoplelicious TV. I'm out.